We started the 2005 season as any other season. I mean, our goals were to improve every day. Our goals were to develop depth. Our goals were to win our region, and if we can, get a home playoff game, because I love when our seniors get to lock the stadium up after a playoff game. And that was very important to us. And once it started to roll, once we got past St. Vincent St. Mary's in that overtime, the next thing you knew, the season was over. We were playing for an undefeated season against Ryan, and then that happened, and it just, you know, all of a sudden, we're playing for the regional championship. All of a sudden, we're playing for the 14th win in Big Red history, something that no other team has ever done. And it was against Bookdale. Whoever thought we were going to play Bookdale again? You know, that never entered my mind. Then all of a sudden, we're in the state finals. We're playing DeSales for the state championship, for all the marbles, for everything. And next thing you know, it's 15-0, perfect season, and we're on the bus home. On the field, we will start special teams at 10:30, 10 minutes, hour and a half defense, off the field at 10 after 12. Our major concern was offense. You know, we had one player coming back at left guard, Ralph Petrella, and the only other player that had any experience with us was our quarterback, and he lettered as a wideout, Zach Colares. Our major concern was, though, putting that offensive line together. We came up with 4 great seniors, in my opinion, and Ralph Petrella, Angelo Magnone, Michael Snyder, and Eric Gilmore.
We've known these kids since they were 12 years old, and we knew they were hard working. Our center position needed filled, and Soup Campbell stepped in and did very, very well from the get-go. Took care of the ball. That was his #1 job, was to take care of the football. And as the year went on, he got better as a blocker also.
We just knew that in August we had to get a lot of hard work going, a lot of extra reps. We stayed out after, kind of bonded. We went swimming a lot together. We always ate at Coach Joe Sack's house every Thursday in August before a hard practice, and we'd eat, talk over plays, and just bond.
It was a lot of fun, like with the coaches, like our offensive line coach, Coach Suckhatch. Like, he had a lot of fun with us. Like, we messed around sometimes at practice when we were done doing what we had to do to get done, and we just mess around. It was fun, but it took a lot of hard work, like Ralph said.
We practiced hard every day. You know, we always had fun too. We would get our work done quick, you know, fast, efficient. And then Coach Joe Sack, our other line coach, he would have fun with us, you know, and helped us, you know, helped us relax, you know, stay even the whole year.
We had fun the whole season. We practiced hard and stuff, but like, coaches always made it fun during the practice, and I mean, we always had fun no matter what.
Andrew Radakovich and Philip Gilmore, they both got to play tackle and guard for 3 very good guards and a tackle, and they stepped in and did a great job for us throughout the year. That's something we preach here. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a sophomore or and you have to do your part. You never know when you're actually going to be called on to do, you know, to help the team.
Offensive line usually is the slowest thing to come along, so they're about right where I expected in some positions, but I expected a couple other positions to be much further ahead than they are right now. But as a group, I feel that, you know, they do have a lot of work to go, but they're coming along slow but sure. As far as aggressiveness and attitude and physical play, I think that right now the Sun's getting the best of us, and I'm real surprised and real hesitant to say that, but if we're going to talk in truth, the Sun is getting the best of us right now, and I never thought that would happen.
Our philosophy's been, since we've been together, that we feel you have to be able to run the ball and throw the ball, and a lot of people say that, and they give lip service to it, but that's always our goal. I don't think it's always a matter how often you pass, it's how efficiently you pass, and I think we've been over the years a pretty efficient passing team. This year probably a little bit more than others. We had a really gifted quarterback, and we had we had some receivers that had speed, which made it hard. We had a little more speed on the outside than we've had the previous years.
In the preseason, we spent a lot of time, you know, making sure they got catches, making sure that they understood their assignment as a blocker, making sure that they got a little bit tougher as the year went on, and you know, they progressed from day one on.
You have to have a quarterback that has the ability to take corrective criticism and build on that. And Zach did a good job of taking criticism, especially from me, and improving every day. And what happened was our skill people started to develop confidence in our offensive line that they would protect. The quarterback developed confidence that he was going to be protected. We had some speed at the wideout positions that we haven't had, and not even speed, some quickness and good hands, good hand coordination, and all that, you know, went together. And you know, we always have one or two guys that can do things, but we have 3 or 4 wideouts that could do things.
As long as Ricky Powers didn't come with him tonight, I feel a lot better about this game.
Well, hopefully the Griffins left him at home. This is McGee again, picks up a block, he cuts back inside the 5, and he's got a touchdown, the first of the season for Steubenville Big Red. And it's blocked.
Stevie Davis.
Steve Davis got in there, blocked it, and recovered it. So Big Red. McGee again off that left side, and McGee will inch, and he's in for the touchdown. Start of the 4th quarter, 3rd and 3 for Big Red. Zach Kalaris, beautiful play action to a wide open Sam Busick. He will go all the way for the touchdown.
I felt that 2 things happened. Number 1, our defense played great, especially in the first part of the game. And the best thing about that is each mistake that Bookville made, we capitalized on it. Our first 3 scores didn't come from on more than drives of 33 yards because of 3 turnovers. And that's a key to football, is not turning it over and take advantage of the turnovers. And that's exactly what happened. Our starting tailback never took a snap in a varsity game before last night. And Tamale did a fine job, and Darnell Longmire did a great job, and I just felt that, you know, the backs that we put in there did a real good job, and as the game went on, our backs were the most improved people on the field.
We are Big Red, we're the team of the week. All the air has always favored. The violets are blue, and the gentle sons of Harvard to the crimson rose are true. We will not cow the splendor, roar on and shall they lack. On the high who stands defender of the crimson and the black. Red, red, red.
Handoff, Jeremy Presley, touchdown Big Red.
When I was going in the end zone, I tripped, I fell on the ball, hit me right in my stomach. I got up, got real sick. I was walking off the field. While I was walking off the field, Coach Sack told me, he said, you score your first touchdown of the year and you get sick, what are you going to do for the rest of the year?
Kalaris, play fake to McGee, rolls right side. He finds tight end Sam Busick for the first down. Kalaris swings it out to Mo Bogard. Mo can go. Touchdown, Big Red. Well, with these guys coming, I'd hate to have to punt out of the end zone. Coming for the outside, and they got it again. Big Red blocks another punt, and that should be a touchdown. It sure is. How about that? And scoring the touchdown is Sammy Busick.
It'd be Monday, and Coach Cam would be talking to us about in the weight room about block punts every day. He'd talk to us every day, and I'd had the card on. In the last game, we had 27 punt blocks. We ended up with 27 punt blocks on one card I wore on my left arm.
Zach gonna roll that way. He's got some backside pressure. He's gonna run with it, throw it, and Mo Bogart, touchdown Big Red. Killar's going to roll this way, step up, and throw it. He's got a man wide open. Stevie Davis to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Big Red. Stevie Davis, a sophomore sensation, with the touchdown. I told you, that's Big Red's double play combination, and they doubled up there for that touchdown pass.
I think Zach did a great job developing throughout the year, and a lot of that has to do with his hard work. He has a real strong work ethic, and I think the year before as a sophomore helped him play wide receiver and defensive back for us. Gives him a lot of experience, even though it wasn't at quarterback, but throughout each game I could see him progressing and progressing.
Big Red at the Ursuline 33. They give it to the fullback, Demetrius Benjamin. Rumbling. Benjamin down to the 1-yard line. Big Red leads 6-0. Ursuline punting. Anthony Gossett blocks it. Angelo Magnone. Touchdown, Big Red.
We started out with a scheme and a theory that if we said punt block instead of punt return, the kids would buy into it. And we put some good people out there, and it takes an individual effort by someone different every time, and that's what we had.
The key to our season, and I'll say this until the day I die, was the kicking game early in the year. The kicking game was very important to our offense in the beginning of the year, and it allowed our offense to get confidence, and we grew offensively as the year went on. But we stood on our defense and our kicking game early.
Coach Reno, he continuously said, you know, middle of the field, first down and 10 on the 20-yard line. It makes it so much easier when you're starting on the 20 compared to the 25, to the 30, to the 40, and so forth. So that sets the tone for the defense. They come out, they know that they're pinned back. So, yeah, the kickoff was a major asset for the Big Red football team this year.
Steve Rose booms another one into the end zone.
Coach Sack had told me that there was a record in the past, and I wanted to hold one of the records at Big Red. So I thought with my strong leg, I could put it in the end zone a couple times, help out the team, maybe get myself a record.
Zach swings it out to Mo Bogard. Mo's got Mo. He's going to score. Touchdown, Big Red. The Red rolling tonight.
Bogard takes the swing pass from Zach Claus. 30 yards for the touchdown.
Every time they throw me the ball, I just try to make most of what I do with it, and that's usually scoring and like getting as many yards as possible for the team. But as more and more we start getting more receivers' confidence up, and we started throwing the ball, we started making big plays, and we always did it in practice, get everybody the ball shared around, and that's how we became so deadly in the passing game.
Jeremy Presley from 3 yards out in for the touchdown. Tamai McGee on the carry. McGee spinning into the end zone. Touchdown. Zach fakes the reverse. Looking. He jumps and shot puts it toward Matt Bellardine. Touchdown, Big Red.
Once you get a couple big throws and you know the passing game's going well, you know you just hit them with a run here and there. It's going to open up because you know we're worried about the pass.
Well, with me and Tamale, we was like a two-headed monster in the backfield. It was great having him to back me up and me to back him up, and for having almost 1,000 yards for both of us, 2,000 together. That's a real big asset for the team, and it helps us out a lot on offense. Coach Sack let us rotate on our own. He trusted us, and then having Lance at the blocking fullback, it was awesome. He was RL trained, we called him.
I love blocking because I knew our running backs, they'll get through their holes. I know I had to do my job to make sure they get through their holes. So, I mean, I never ran the ball, but I had no problem with it. I love just blocking for them because I know they can get it done. And so I just did my part to get it done.
It's a great thing that we had depth. I think the plus with depth was twofold for us. It allowed us to use two running backs that were used on defense. They were two starters. And I think with their skills and their ability at put the defense off balance. You know, we overcame a lot of adversity this year with some guys going down and, you know, guys having, you know, problems and family problems. I think that's all part of Big Red football. You know, guys that are hungry, from our running backs to, you know, other position players, being determined and overcoming adversity. So once you mesh all that into the bowl, I think that describes, you know, Big Red running backs.
Big Red at 5-0 tonight, hosting 4-1 Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Fourth quarter, Big Red trailing 14-0, looking to get on the board. Tamale McGee turns the corner down to the 9-yard line. Caleres, quarterback draw. He fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Big Red. Jeremy Presley, he's there. Touchdown. We're going to overtime, tied at 14. Tamale McGee to the outside. He may score. He does. It's a Big Red touchdown. The Irish looking to put it up, and they do. Stevie Davis with the interception. Big Red wins in overtime. What an amazing comeback. The final score, Big Red 21, Akron St. Vincent St. Mary 14.
And everything that went wrong, and we just kept fighting. We kept fighting, and our kids fought for each other. They were true teammates tonight in every sense of the word. A hard-fought win, I feel for them, but I'll tell you what, our kids competed, man. Our kids competed. You look at the dictionary next to compete, it's going to have Big Red on it.
I think going into the St. Vincent game, I really believe that we were like a pitcher pitching without his best ball, and you have to find some other way to win, and that's how I compare the St. Vincent St. Mary's game. We were just a pitcher without our best stuff, and we had to find a different way to win.
Tamale McGee on the carry, and Big Red takes the early lead.
Oh, I love Zanesville. I love playing in the mud. I mean, it's nice playing on turf, but the mud games are the funnest games.
Zach, straight drop. He swings it out to Presley. Presley hammers his way into the end zone.
Jeremy Presley.
Caleres rolls to his right. Darnell Longmire wide open. Touchdown, Big Red. Handoff, Presley. He heads inside, but bounces to the outside. Nobody's going to catch him. Jeremy Presley, 37 yards for a Big Red touchdown. East Liverpool back to pass, and it's picked off. Stevie Davis with the interception. Liverpool to the air again. Demetrius Benjamin with the interception, his first of the season.
Our defense had a lot of confidence. We had a lot of starters back this year, and people that filled in, they all stepped up, and we just played real good as a team.
You always start from your middle out, and we had a great three technique with Magnone and Petrella and Demetrius in the middle. You know, in any sport you work from your middle out, and then it just, you know, flared from there. And there was just a team defense full of real good players that, you know, you had to really pick and choose to where you're going to attack us, but there really wasn't a weakness out there.
You know every route that the receiver's going to run, and Coach Perry does a good job of knowing when they're going to run it, and he prepares us to be able to stop it. And you know, we didn't have a real big problem with the run at all this year. Sometimes people would slip by in the past, but I mean that's going to happen. But we knew everything everybody was going to do, and we couldn't have been more prepared.
Well, I love them. They love to hit. I love to hit. Our whole D loved to hit. Our defense, we were athletic too in the defensive backfield, but we loved to hit. So right when they played, they were going to get hit. They got hit.
Canton Central wanting to throw. Matt Bellardy on the coverage, and he gets the pick. Pressure from Big Red. Angelo Magnone, Jeremy Presley, they've got the sack.
We were fortunate enough to have Jeremy and Demetrius come back, and they started for us last year, so they were returning starters for us. And Tamale McGee, as a sophomore 2 years ago, was an outstanding scout player, lettered for us on special teams, and we knew that he liked to hit. So when he stepped in and played the other linebacker, I mean, it was a perfect fit. My 13 years here, those three linebackers, we've always had two real good linebackers in our 4-3 defense, but this year we were fortunate enough to have three solid linebackers. So yeah, they were a very good group.
We emphasize hard work a lot, and all three linebackers worked hard, and every day since 2 days, and we worked as a group a lot. So when it came down to it, we was always dependable and fly to the ball a lot.
I broke my wrist in practice, really, and then that was the first game I had to play with it. Then I just taped it up, then got an x-ray like a week after that, and they said come back again, so I came back in and got another x-ray. Then they found out that I had like a chipped off my radius, like the end of the bone was chipped off. Then they said I could play with it, it wouldn't get any worse, so I just played with it.
Maurice Bogard, 79 yards for the Big Red score.
Rip, zippy, 7 power, on one, stay here.
7-3 Big Red, Presley takes the handoff, he bounces outside, he's gone. Jeremy Presley for the Big Red touchdown, 65 yards. It's Presley and the tree taking root in the end zone tonight.
Steubenville Big Red looking to put the wraps on a third straight 10-0 season tonight as they played host to Youngstown Rayan. To Harding Stadium we go, and Reno Sawkutch getting his team ready to take the field. What a great job by Reno and company this season with this Big Red team. Jeremy Presley knocking down some trees into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0 Big Red. Later, Big Red punting. Fake! Matt Bellardine runs it down inside the Rayan 25. Bellardine's got some wheels, showing them off there. And Zach Caleris to Sam Busick. 10-yard touchdown. Busick holding for the extra point. No, fake. He dials up. Dan Vogel. Connection made. 2-point try, 14-0 Big Red. Caleris unloads for Busick. Sam Busick, 2 touchdowns, 20 yards on that one, 20-0 Big Red in the second quarter. Big Red D responds, sacking the Rayan quarterback. That's Chad Murphy getting it done for Big Red. Rayan would then punt Big Red. The reverse, Stevie Davis. Big gainer for the Red. Deep into Rayan territory, and Zach Caleris takes care of it. 1 yard on the keeper for the touchdown. That made it 27-6 Big Red. And there's Reno and the team as they celebrate a 10-0 season, third straight 10-0. Big Red wins at 34-12. The thoughts of head coach Reno Sawkutch after the game.
Nobody expected this, but the kids themselves. They expected to win games, and that's a credit to them. They expected to win games, and I congratulate them on their effort, their determination, their pride, and their love of the game. That's the most important thing. They love the game of football.
Prepare yourself for battle.
When I'm putting on my pads after the coin toss when we come down after pregame, I'm hoping we're starting on defense. Just thinking about going out there and hitting somebody.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but lead us out of the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen.
Watch your step, watch your step. Watch your step, guys. Watch your step. Watch your step. Step back, watch your step. Watch your step, dog.
Before the game, nothing's in my mind. I feel if I think too much, I can't play. So I clear my mind before the games.
Right toe, let's go.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. It's a simple game plan. Here it is. ISO. Trap. Power. Blast. Crossbuck.
Talking, hooting, and hollering is not going to win this game. That's not going to win this game. Smart football, physical football, fast football, football from the heart for 48 minutes. Not till the whistle. Everybody goes to the whistle. Go to the echo of the whistle. To the echo of the whistle. We're not out there, one guy here and one guy there. It's a team game. I don't care who they have a tailback. Defensive lineman, you move that line of scrimmage from your hand to their feet. Linebackers, you play downhill. Secondary, no big plays. No big plays. Linebackers downhill, front four. Move the line of scrimmage. Offensive line, block who's ever in the box. If they put 8 guys, we block 8 guys. Block who's in the box. Wideouts. Take care of the perimeter. Blocking and catching. Take care of the perimeter. Quarterback, hell with 1,000 yards, hell with 100 yards rushing. Control the game. I want to come out of the huddle. Everybody positive. Tailback, finish the run. Fullback, you're a glorified guard. Block. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Take the game to it. Take the game to it. Take the game to it. Take the game to them. That's it. Take the game to them. Take the game.
Ohio Division III Regional 11 playoff action set to get underway. Big crowd on hand at Harding Stadium. 3rd and 4 on 11. Kolaris barking out the signals. Got 2 receivers down to the bottom. He's going to roll that way. A keep all the way. Nice cut back inside the 5. Touchdown, Big Red.
Going on the goose, so let's get ready quick. Hey, you here? I ain't going to stem around. I'm going to line up in whatever we're going to do. All right? You understand?
Never mind. 2nd down, 8, right hash. I need Bogart.
The right side.
Bogart.
Mo Bogart in motion down to the bottom. And Kolaris looking to put it up, rolls that way, unloads. Bogart with the catch, slips a tackle at the 40. Bogart to the 30, spins down inside the 25 to the 24. Presley in the slot to the bottom, wide is Bogart. Zach looking that way. Sammy Busick, what a catch by Busick at the 2-yard line. Jeremy Presley behind Benjamin, and it is Presley, and Presley touchdown, Big Red.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Keep playing, man.
I don't want him in the end zone. I want him on the hash.
Give him now, Presley. Give him now.
Work your way down.
Get Bo and Bo.
Bo. Hey.
Everybody out, we are Steubenville. Everybody out, we are Steubenville.
Hey.
Time out.
Officials time.
I pitch.
Lucas in for the touchdown, a 1-yard plunge.
High snap, Zach hauls it in though, unloads down the middle, he's got Stevie Davis. Davis at the 20, Davis 15, spins and brought down from behind to the 9-yard. And goes in motion on his Bogart. Here goes Zach Kolaris looking, Demetrius Benjamin, touchdown Big Red.
Ends the first half of play with the Big Red up 21-7 over the Beavers.
Don't worry about the eat. Just make a come back call. All right? Don't worry about the eat. If he's in a one technique and he don't call you down, you can eat it to the back or keep your eyes on the back. 22. Never run and bucket.
Zach up under center, Mo Bogart, motion top side. Zach rolling that way, looking back, floats it up there. Bogart, touchdown Big Red.
Zach Kolaris to Maurice Bogart.
Personal foul on the offense.
Personal foul indicated against the Beavers. Distance to the goal. Enable the Big Red.
I had to hit him twice. Spend some more time having good luck. Good luck to you guys. Good luck to you, coach. Good luck, guys. Hey, I ain't doing that. 4 more. Come on, 4 more. 4 more. Let's go. Hey, 4 more.
It's going to get tougher. Every game's going to get tougher. So every game we got to get tougher. Okay? Every team, no matter how good they are or how bad they are, can get their drive on you. You gave them two drives the whole night.
It was a good, solid effort by our football team, a good, solid effort by our coaching staff, and I felt that our fans did a great job getting behind the team. You know, the whole school, the student body, the band, the cheerleaders. I mean, it was just a good atmosphere there. It was a good way to get our seniors to close up Harding Stadium for the year.
That's what stops him from penetrating. And now I'm here, I won. Now I just got to whip. Boom, I whip it. Okay? Ready? Full go. Left side. Sit. Hit. Drive. Good. Here we go. Good job.
Went into the season talking to coaches. A lot of coaches picked Northwest to win it all. And they had 9 starters back on offense and 8 back on defense off of a team that went to the semifinals the year before and lost to Benedictine and probably should have beaten Benedictine. So they had a very good team coming back.
Okay, stay at 5. All right.
Throwing too much. You're scaring me.
Go. Run it. Let it go. Good, right there. Hawk. Stop. I thought you said hawk. Hawk. We're on the 3-yard line, 5-yard line. Just stop and catch the ball.
There's a lot of times kids make fun of me sometimes of the terminology I use, and sometimes I revert back to 20 years ago.
Practice, we paid attention a lot, and also we had fun, which also the coaches made it fun. Everything, we worked hard in practice and in the weight room.
You're responsible for him. You're on the line. You two have to be on the line or it's a penalty. Now we got a penalty when we ran this. Now listen, the official does this. If he does this, it means you're off. Just make sure, tell him when you come out, tell him I'm on the line. We're on the line. Okay, now, Zach, we want this on color. All right, now me, all you're going to do is step back. Right behind him. All you're going to do is stay here and not let the guy get him. Step right behind him. The only reason we're going to have this is in case you only have one guy back here, out here. All right, that would be an option if there's only one guy goes out there. This is called special. You're blocking number 1 to the right. Number 1. You're blocking number 2 to the right. Remember that? You're blocking 1 left. You're blocking 2 left screw linebackers.
Meat, you got to tell them you're on.
Go!
The key to running any play is the execution. That's what it comes down to. You can draw a million plays, and if you kids don't execute it, it's no good. So we knew that play was going to be there. We thought it would be there, and we wanted to make sure everybody did right. And again, it was a big play because we scored a touchdown. I think it put us up by 2 touchdowns, and then that's when we threw the 2-point conversion after that. And it was a big play. So, it's weird because a lot of times you work on something like that, and if you just hit it at the right time, it can turn the game around.
Wow. I got to run that, coach. I got to run that. Put somebody else. Let me get that. JJ!
It's just a practice thing, I think. When it comes down to the games, it's just you don't really think about it much. You just let all your ability do what you do, and it worked out.
Well, Matt was evidently a former quarterback, but it's very understandable why they switched his position because he doesn't throw that well. But we had used him some at tailback. Our other tailbacks really didn't throw the ball that well, so he was our best option.
The game plan's like this. Is the fullback in the game or is the fullback not in the game? This offense is like our offense. It's very multiple, okay? They're going to try to trick the heck out of us, okay? They are, okay? Number 1 rule, 47. Don't leave him secondary. Linebackers, if they motion people out of the backfield, we got to leave, we leave. But as you're leaving, you look back and make sure there's a damn safety that's covering him up. They'll run it to this side, and they're going to go 8 waggle, 90, 8. They're trying to hit him deep, okay? Flat with a D cut. They hit number 1 on a D cut. Their splits are like 1.5 feet. Linebackers, if you notice things before the play, scan everything, they usually leave a bigger hole where they're running.
So blitz it?
No, we ain't gonna blitz it. We're just gonna know where it's gonna be. When you're watching film, you know how I always talk to you about high hats and low hats? They are the easiest to see, high hats and low hats. They're easy. You know why they're easy? Because they're a good football team. And it's that good football teams give you great keys. That's it.
That's it, Sean. Good.
The tight end, I would say that we better know where he's at. We'll know where the tailback is because he lines up there, but the tight end, we better know where he's at. But you know, when you break them down, they run to the kid and away from the kid just as much. They're a very well balanced team. They're a very well coached team. They played in a good league, so you know we're gonna have to be at our we're gonna have to bring our A game, our A+ game, and hope that we can hang around to the fourth quarter.
I'm thinking of all the plays, what we worked on the previous week, what plays I'm going to have to run, their defense, I think of all that stuff.
Reno's the best friend I got in this world, so you know, I think we both kind of realized that where football fits in the grand scheme of things, and you know, we try to relax. I think as we've gotten older, we've got a little bit better at that. When you're young, you don't have any idea. You know, you think it's a little bit bigger than what it is.
Matt Firm, he's our probably #1 fan, I'd say. always in the locker room, comes to practices. He has a 1 in 80 billion chance of getting a disease that he has. His proteins eat each other away, and it's a lot of inspiration to us. We kind of play for him because he can't be out there. I'm not really a big physical guy until I get on the field. I like to relax and have fun when I do. Matt he's more of like an icebreaker for me. We always tip his wheelchair back or tip it real far forward, and he laughs and just knows you're gonna have a good game when he's laughing. It makes everything a lot easier. I mean, Coach always talks about pressure when football is not pressure or stress. Stress is when you have a son like that who you can't do anything to help, and that's stress and pressure.
We're gonna be late. We got to urgently get lined up and urgently get ready. All right? We have to wait for that stuff. That way we can be in the best spot we can be in, the best defense we can be in. All right?
You can't come out here all fired up and blow your wad in the first quarter. It's got to be a steady 4 quarters of all you got. You can't take a play off. You can't take one play off. Every play has got to be 6 or 7 seconds of all you. Boom, 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 whistle. Back in the huddle. Back in the huddle. Okay, that's how it's got to be. Every play. Every play. One thing in the back of our mind, we got a hell of a friend. We got a hell of a friend. He's had a tough week.
And our condolences go out to the family of Demetrius Benjamin. Once again, his father passed away earlier in the week, the funeral today. So the Big Red players, a very close team, and they are playing with heavy hearts for their teammate, Demetrius Benjamin, tonight, who is playing.
They're all like my brothers, so I thank them for that. And they know how much it meant to me and how much that game meant. So, and they pretty much all knew my dad. So I think that's what helped a lot too.
There was no question Demetrius was going to play in the game. There was no question that Demetrius would play the best game that he could possibly play. There was no question that of anything of that, because his dad wouldn't have wanted it any other way. And to tell you the truth, I didn't want it any other way either. But the thing that impressed me most about the entire situation was when we found out about the accident and I went to Demetrius's home, there were at least 10 players there before me. And it's a great thing to see kids from different backgrounds, both financial backgrounds, racial backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, come together and not even think anything of it. We're just a plain, ordinary, average football team fighting to get better, fighting to take the next step. We're average, ordinary football team fighting to take the next step. And we're saving every ounce of energy we have till we get on that field.
3.5, coach.
Get up.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Careful. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Instead of talking about what you should have did or what I could have did, talk about what you did. Let's go. Let's go. You're on the field, son. You're on the field, bro. Trying to execute, baby. Lead us. Lead us. Lead us. Come on, coaches. Let's go.
Get after their head.
Let's go.
Up in the air, the Trinity Health System kickoff, and we are underway. And Big Red, Mo Bogard out across his 20. Bogard still going to the 22-yard line. It's second and short for Big Red.
Handoff to Ma'i McGee, the first down and more. Backfield, Presley the deep back. They're going to fake to him. Kolaris rolling top side, squares his shoulders, unloads. He's got Danny Vogel to the 35, down inside the 30.
Holding the old on the offense. Remains first down. The holding penalty.
This is Presley. Ball on the ground. And Northwest has it at the 27-yard line. Presley on the carry, top side, took a hit. Back the other way, though, is Weber, and Weber gets upended. Snowed under Draylon Pre, Tamali McGee over there for Big Red.
Well, if you ain't want to hear him yelling at you, you just take it in like it was a test. Like, they tell you, just keep it in your head, just listen. And when it comes up, when we had did team, you just knew it. They just beat it in your head. If you didn't know it, then you wouldn't play.
Snap, placement, and the kick, and it's got the distance, and it is good.
Wow, just made it.
Zach's going to keep it inside the 5, first down, Big Red. Fullback Lance Parrish in motion, handoff, Jeremy Presley, touchdown, Big Red.
Can we get enough pressure out of that?
Don't jump the curve. Tamali outside. Outside Tamali. Outside Tamali. Outside Presley.
Jazz Barrera, and that kick is up, and it is good. So we are all tied up. So Big Red, they'll head to the locker room, 6-6 your score at the half.
Eric Gilmore went down, I believe it was the second or third play of the game. His younger brother, Philip, had filled in earlier on in the season at different positions. And this happened to be a new one we came up with that we didn't really plan on. When Philip went into the game, Ralph was heads up enough to jump at left tackle for a series. And then depending on what play we were going to run, Angelo and Ralph made decisions in the huddle of who was going to line up where. And we became, Mikey and Ralph were more comfortable on the left. Angelo and Philip were more comfortable on the right. And then depending on the play, we switched accordingly.
Okay, so we got Philip and Andrew on the left. You're the right tight end. Philip and Andrew on the left. Then we got Ralph, Mike, Angelo, Houston. Okay.
Are we going to have this on him?
Just pitching on him. We're not going to block him if he's out there. So you're going to come down the line. It might be a quick pitch. We run option. We're going to do the same thing. Dive an option. We're going to read him. Okay.
Listen up here now.
3.5, coach.
Secondary. Join the party. Join the party. Keep your feet moving. Keep your feet moving. I think if you keep your feet moving, we can goose egg in the second half. Let's go. That's how I feel.
Let's go.
That's how I feel. We might not. They might get a break here and there. If they score one, we got to score one. Okay? Busey.
Yes, coach.
Did somebody get the hand on that extra play?
I think someone nipped it.
Come on, let's go. We got to protect. We got to protect. We got to protect.
I'll take one captain.
Down to the 10. Let's go.
One captain. You game, baby.
Law. Back to pass. He is hit. Ball is loose.
That's a fumble.
And Big Red. They've got it. Big Red with the recovery. Chad Murphy for Big Red. They're going to toss it back. Presley cuts it in. Touchdown, Big Red. Good line back and crew for Big Red. And this is Law. He's looking. He gets drilled. And that pass should have been picked off. Tamali McGee, Draylon Pre back there, but Magnone unloads on Law, and he is still down. Tamale McGee showing blitz for Big Red. He's coming, and Draylon Bree gets him. Colares rolls. He finds Danny Vogel. Vogel, great catch. He's going to the air. Tight end Sammy Busick. First down at the 10. Big Red in the gun. Busick, he's wide open. They worked on it all week in practice, and it goes for a touchdown on Friday night.
I actually lined up at guard, or tackle. Lined up at tackle. Mikey Snyder did a big job of lining up out at receiver, which was the whole thing. We was hoping he'd get out there because we knew Zach could get me the ball, and we knew I'd catch it. That's a special play we put in just for that week. We used it one time in the past. Actually, it was last year in the playoffs. And we rehearsed that a lot because that's the kind of thing that, you know, if they cover it the way you're hoping they do, it can be wide open. And boy, I saw that safety move out of the center of the field to adjust the formation, and I knew it was going to be an easy touchdown. And I asked Zach after the game, I said, Zach, what'd you think when you saw that guy move? He said, Coach, I yelled out, cha-ching, and he said, I threw the touchdown right then. He said, I knew it was going to be there. So, you know, we were fortunate. The kids executed it perfectly.
We executed real well. We took time to learn the plays. Everyone learned them well, and everyone executed.
Bellardine could be a big threat, play threat right here. Here he is. Told you he played some quarterback. Throwback, Colares, and he got it.
It worked out. Zach made a good catch.
It didn't look pretty in practice, but you know, it's amazing how that happens sometimes. Things don't look real good in practice, but we knew it would be there. We knew the play would work because we knew that they'd be in a man-to-man coverage on a two-point conversion, and we knew the guy would be open, Zach would be open. It was just a matter of getting him the ball.
Oh, I mean, for sure. I mean, a little nervous during the game, you know. Don't mess it up. I didn't mess it up, so it worked.
He threw a nice pass in there, and Zach made a beautiful catch on it.
Cowboy, cover 4, press. Hey, 2 tights, 2 backs. They're going to run. Strong, what strong slant.
The handoff to the fullback, and Magnone, Chad Murphy over there, but Magnone leading the way for Big Red. Bogart goes in motion. Lars looking to put it up and goes long to Vogel.
He's got it.
Dial him up long distance down to the 39-yard line. Zach Colares rolling that way, unloads it. Demetrius Benjamin, the big fullback. Demetrius inside the 30, lowers the boom down to the 25-yard line. Law back to pass, steps out of trouble once. He's not going to step out twice. Demetrius Benjamin on the stop for Big Red. There's the gun for Northwest. Cricket wireless screen zone. Presley backside pressure, and he gets a sack back at the 29-yard line. Law looking that way all the way, and intercepted by Zach Colares, and Colares has some running room. He takes it out across midfield, 45, and Zach brought down at the 42-yard line.
We on a mission. Death Valley! Keep it up. Oh, I will. We know to go.
Another week, baby. Another week. Good job. Dark. 23 years I've never done this. Demetrius. Yeah. We love you, man.
Behind you, Coach.
Oh, get on to me. Get on to me. From us to you, man.
Thank you, brother.
We love you.
Thank you.
We love you. That's what he was playing for tonight. We love you, buddy.
It was real tough, and well, Coach, he really didn't want me to play. Well, he didn't care if I played, but like, I think I just had to do it for honor of him, and he would want me to do it. So, I mean, it was tough, but that's life, and just gotta get through those things.
Our hats go off to Demetrius Benjamin, who lost his father Monday night in a car accident. He played with a heavy heart tonight. That's the first game ball we gave out in 23 years, but he deserved it, just being here and playing hard.
I'm going to say we went back at least 5 years on Licking Valley and got film, because it's very important that you know your enemy. And we didn't know anything about them. So we had to go back and talk to people and sort of get a rundown on their coach and what he tried to do.
Both guys, don't forget the hookup, Bo. When I watched them on film, the hookup was what was up.
Where's the field? Where's our friend? Right there. Where's our enemy? Take care of our enemy. Our friend will always be there. Okay? Where's our enemy at? Where's the enemy?
Where's our friend? Switch. What's over? Stop. Oh, switch the switch. Hey, this is door up.
Cowboy, can you go?
I can't.
Cowboy, can you go? Cowboy, can you go?
Yes, I can.
I hate that you're giving it away looking like that. You never look like that. Butchie, you're going to be the guy making the call. You'll see it before them. You tell them, stretch it, lock it on.
When we talk about our friends and enemies on defense, we talk about where their sideline is and where the field is. You know, you always, we use the sidelines as a defender and the field's our enemy, so we try to, we try to keep everybody away from the big picture, what we call our enemies, the field, and we don't want, the more space you have, the more things you can do, so we try to squeeze you into the sideline as much as we can.
Stevie, they're in pro. Where you at?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez Louise, I'm glad I came down here. Okay, Stevie, not on the ball. Guard, yeah, ball on the guard. All right, because I need you on a quick slant here. Okay? Talk to the safety. I got him, Stevie.
I got him.
Because Stevie, I don't want you to have to worry about both of them. It's impossible. Stevie, I feel it. You're going to take it to pick. All right? Let's go to this other half. Come on. Hurry up. Let's go.
We wanted to get to know them. They had a great history, and we were not going to be Hoosiered again. We got Hoosiered once in the last couple of years. We weren't going to get Hoosiered again, so we made sure we did our homework.
Joe Capaldi, we went to school together. Yeah.
Will roll that way, steps up and has Vogel. 10-5 Vogel, touchdown Big Red. 2nd and 8, long count for Colares. Pumps once, wide open is Maurice Bogard. This is going to be a foot race, folks, and they won't get him. Goodbye, touchdown, 80 yards, the speedster Bogard. To the outside, Wolf drilled right at the moment as he tried to catch it by Matt Bellardine. They go to the freshman Klein, and he has stood up right at the sticks. Ralph Petrella led. Presley again, up the middle he goes. Presley, touchdown Big Red, 14 yards. Ashcraft. And this one is intercepted again. Stevie Davis again. Back to the 23-yard line. Rolling that way. Up top, wide open again is Bogart for his second touchdown of the night. Big Red capitalizes off the turnover, and this one is turned into a rout.
Come on, 2 more to go, baby. 2 more to go. Hey, don't even come close to getting happy. What I keep telling you all the time, playoffs. Playoffs. They ain't here because they stink. Coach Kelly! Right here, Coach. He's deep. He ain't trying to kick you out. Oh, he's trying. Okay, he went out for pass. So you're going to look at that. He's real deep. You guys are the third safety. The second safety. You take the center. He's going to... Their offensive coordinator saying, hey, their D-line's teeing off and just coming. Trap's a nice play. Okay? Because everybody's trap bait. Right?
Get the other linebacker and on the trap.
Don't try to figure it out. That's what you were trying to do out there. You were trying to figure it out. Let me see if I can make you do what the coaches teach you, and that will bring you to the big play. I know you're all trying to make big plays, and we want you to. But do what the coaches teach you, and you will make the big play. Okay?
It's got to be like the Battle of Little Bighorn out there now. The Battle of Little Bighorn, we got to finish them off. Okay, nobody's standing. We got to finish them off. We got to finish them off, and I don't want any classless plays. When you make a good play, just look up and thank somebody that you made a good play. Don't rub it in. Because there's 2 types of people, fellas. Humble people and those about to be humble. There's 2 types of teams. Humble teams and those about to be humble. Okay? We're humbled individuals and we're humble teams. We're a humble team. We're going to play hard and we're going to finish them off. Let's get in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. One more. Go. 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's go, fellas. Come on, Red. Wait. It's all us, Red.
Fumble, this ball is loose. Benjamin trying to pounce on it, and Big Red, it appears, has the football, and they do. The pitch to McGee.
Nice
Picks
block.
up a block, and there he goes into the secondary. 10-5 touchdown to Maui McGee.
Touchdown, Big Red.
Ashcraft coming back this way. Bailey.
Oh.
Draylon Pre tripped him up. 4th and 17. Ashcraft puts it up. Big Red, 3 players down there, and Stevie Davis has his 3rd pick of the night. Best starting field position of the night. 2 fakes for Ashcraft, and he goes deep into double coverage, and it's Stevie Davis's 4th pick of the night. Oh, he's having a career night as Davis. Steubenville Big Red adding to its history. Division III Region 11 champions here in 2005. They did it 2 years ago in blowout fashion for the regional title. They do it here tonight at Canton Fawcett Stadium in convincing fashion. The final score, Big Red 33, Licking Valley 7.
Get that right there. Get that back, baby. Number 1.
I'm just real proud now to represent our member schools and our association to present to the Steubenville Big Red 2005 Division III Regional Champions of Football. Guys, congratulations. Good luck.
I'll be here at 7:30 after Booker. They won 7-6. Humble. Humble. Okay? We're going to let that dog sleep for about 6 days. Okay? Then we got to wake him back up. Don't feed him all week. Don't feed him all week, okay? Hey, we're going to jog it off the field, go over to the fans, sing the alma mater, then get to the locker room. Let's go, baby.
Sons of hard work.
overall effort by everybody. All 70 players was great. I mean, our guys on the sideline were working as hard as the guys out on the field. It was just an overall effort. The game's really won on Tuesday and Wednesday, in my opinion. And we got a great effort from all our kids, our scout kids, our starters, our backups. It was just a great effort on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I think that's what helps you win on Friday. 3 years in a row. On the steps, Mark, go. 3 years in a row he picked Beaver local. Wave to him. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who? 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I gotta fix this. You gotta pick it up a little bit. I watched you on film yesterday. Hey, shut up! T-Trey gun. 6 QB kick off 1. Let's go, line. Red 9. Bang it in. Blue 3. Blue 3. Height. Height. Height.
Backside. Good. Okay, 1, 2. Walk up in the gap. Walk up in the gap.
Patient.
Walk up in the gap. Gap. Okay? When you're down. You got to pull and you have the end. All right, we got a 9 waggle. What's going on? 9 waggle.
Bob right here.
Bob, what? Right there. You got him. Okay? What are you doing? Walk up in the gap, Banks.
Come back.
Okay? Down. Come down. Bum up. Stay where you are. Bum up in the gap. Gap. Down. Okay? Be ready for that. That's what they did against Garfield. A lot of go games. Okay?
We want to hit you and you bust the seam right in the end zone. Run it to me.
That's right. Let's do it again. Let's get it right.
Zach, if you're that close to line of scrimmage, you'll be running.
Offense over here with me. Let's go.
Houston, you're out.
Phillips in the game for Eric. Say he gets hurt. It's Mikey, Ralph, Ange. You guys understand that?
All right, pro people, get out there. Get out there, pro people. Put your thing.
Hi. Good. Beautiful people. Sky people.
Hold up.
Went over Brown, 7 kick, Curry on 1.
Come on, Tamale. What's the key to the whole game this week? Keys. What's the key? What did he do? He blocked down. They ran the back right up here. This is what you did yesterday. Yesterday you went like this. Now, they ran straight up the line.
Oh, I went like this. I saw someone like that.
No, close. What's your key? Trust your key. Be a disciplined football player. Guess what they're going to come back with after the sweep? They're going to return, they're going to pitch the sweep. And he's going to run down here. And here comes 26 back here. And he's going to make track meet that way. All right? We understand? Know where our enemy is at all times against this track meet team. Do what you normally do. Do what you normally do. Not until we get home, but do it better. Do it better. You understand? A bunch of ordinary people want to be great tonight. We're going to be great tonight. Okay? Do what you got to do. The guys that got to play, let's get ready to play. Do what you normally do. Work hard on 3. 1, 2, 3. The schedule's on the front door and on this middle beam here.
Soup, he ain't ready for the wings yet.
Keep the water up top so it doesn't spill over.
Let's go. Southie boy. Come on, Captain. Mike. Let's go, Mike. Come on, Mike. Hard, Mike. Hard. Let's go.
Hurry up. We can help on the trap. Why? He's going to block down. We're going to go down.
I'm staying about what Coach Cam is going to say in the locker room when we have defensive meet, when we meet for defense. I just figured like what he's going to say, and I just think about the game. And Coach Cam always, like whenever he walked past me, he always say, yeah, you're like 6'2", 180, you're so skinny, they're just going to toss you around. And that's kind of like, you know, it gets me in a game mood.
Hands over your head, reach the ceiling, up, reach. Left.
Great in this world that comes easy. Nothing great will ever come easy. And this ain't gonna be easy, but it's gonna happen. 1, 2, 3. We ready. 1, 2, 3. Move. Move. First line comes back. Move. Hold that rep. Stay focused on Big Red!
Hold heads. It's a tail. Buckle, you want to toss? Okay. Buckle. It'll be that. There he goes right now. Double and come off. Okay, so if we get that way, so this way, unless we start seeing him offset, then I might run ISO this way, which would be just a ball.
When you're to the split inside, you're 1-2. Find number 1, go to and find number 2. Talk to each other. You're to the tight end side, you're probably gonna be cracking it either right or left. Okay? You're gonna be cracking it right or left.
If this guy here is way out here, don't go way out there. Right. Okay? You play it by ear. If they're in tight, the wheels get here. He's coming off the edge.
Presley. Presley's got running room. 40, 35, 30. Presley to 20, 15, 10, 5. Knocked out of bounds down at the 2-yard line. A 41-yard carry for Presley. And goal to go at the 2. Stack guy. Presley. Touchdown, Big Red.
Impressive. Very impressive. Determined. Running the football.
Quarterback, Rayshawn Dent. And Dent going to roll, unload it, and Sammy Busick is there on the coverage. Busick, nice play going in front of the intended receiver, and Buchtel goes 3 and out. Zach, he's going to roll. Petrella protector, and they've got a man, Vogel. Great catch down at the 10-yard line. That puts them in the cricket green zone. What a playoffs Danny Vogel's having. Zach, almost untouched into the end zone. What a play fake by Zach Kolaris.
Defense!
We'll see if anybody's coming. Couple coming, and they're gonna get him. Good penetration, yes. Angelo Magnone. 3rd and 14, Dent in the gun. Trips top side. He's going to roll that way, setting up the screen, and there is Bellardine. Boy, nice open field one-on-one tackle as they try to set up the screen, and Matt Bellardine all over it. Bellardine and Bogard. We'll see if one of those guys goes in motion on 2nd and long. They do not. Zach rolling that way, steps up, unloads Bellardine.
There you go.
Touchdown, Big Red.
There you go, Sloan. You called it, big man. I can't believe you're an offensive guru, buddy. Matt Bellardine, play action pass, just ran to the open area. Big Red had formation right, Don. They had everybody from Buchtel on their defensive left side.
Everyone stepped up in the playoffs. Everyone caught the ball. It was all set up by the play action because we run the ball so well.
liked it how it was, because really each week you couldn't really prepare for one guy. You had to prepare for at least 3 or 4 guys. So I think it helped us on the offensive side of the ball. Just other team had to prepare for more than one wideout.
Placement kick, and Rose's kick is blocked, and somebody better tackle that guy.
Got to tackle him. Go get him.
The blocked kick, and Buchtel trying to take it back the other way. And they do. The blocked field goal attempt, Buchtel takes it the other way for the touchdown. Jonathan Clinton. So right now the teams head to the locker room, and it is Reno Sokoch and Steubenville Big Red leading 21-6 in your VaporJet scoreboard.
Got the what?
Don't think that a trip to the state finals is ever going to be easy, fellas. This second half is going to be the toughest second half we will play, because we're going out there right now, and you guys are down, and they're going out there right now, and they're up. And the only way we're going to get back up is our defense, play tough. They're going to get the ball, play tough. Let's stop them. Let's get our offense on the field. Offensive line, you got to take over. Okay? We're not going to do anything any different. We're not going to do anything any different. I might get the plays in slow at each clock. That's the only thing we might do. Defensively, we're not doing anything any different. Okay? Now, Murphy, you're going to start on at end. Okay? Yeah. And Mike, you stay with me. You're going to alternate with Ange and Ralph. Everybody else should be fine. Okay? 2 tailbacks at linebacker. You guys will alternate on offense, and our wideouts will stay just like we are. So you got to go hard. Everybody's got to go hard, fellas. You got to go hard. Okay, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tougher than you think. It's going to be tougher than you think. You better bind together out there. You better be tight out there, and you better be a hell of a teammate, because it's going to get tough. It's going to get tough. No matter how tough it gets, you got to get tougher. If they make it 21-14, you got to be tougher. If they make it 21-21, you got to get tougher. You understand?
1st and 10, McGee, he's got running room. Tamaya McGee across midfield and down inside the 44 to the 43-yard line. Zach looking to put it up. He's got his man. Touchdown, Big Red.
Shortmeyer, touchdown.
Darnell Longmire, the touchdown pass from Zach Galaris and Big Red. On the board again, 27-6. Zach rolling that way, he steps out of pressure, unloads it. Mo Bogart, there he is, first catch of the night. Mo to the 30, 20, 15, 10, down to the 6-yard line, Mo Bogart. Slot to the top side, double tight end, he goes in motion. Zach rolling, looking for the throwback, Gossett, touchdown, Big Red. How about that? Anthony Gossett, the sophomore.
We play next week! We play next week! We play next week! We play next week! The Bill! We are the Bill! We are the Bill! We are the Bill!
And that does it. Steubenville Big Red. They are headed to the state championship game where they will meet Columbus DeSales. 35-24, Big Red over Akron Buchtel tonight.
Hey, what's up, Trey?
Yeah, baby.
Hey, get a shot of that. Get a shot of that belly.
Big Ralphie! That's good. Ralph! Good job, buddy. Good job.
The defense took away the big play, and that was real important for you, wasn't it?
Well, the big thing was our defense played super all night. And our offense, I mean, we played a hell of a game, but, you know, just 35-24, and we just gave them too many points. But, you know, I'll take this every time, and we're winning, and we got one more step to go.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck to you.
I'd like to thank you, too, for all your hard questions tonight.
That's right, man. All right, man.
We ain't cheered all year after a game. Well, one time, that over, what was it, over St. Vincent? We ain't going to start now, okay? I'm going to say one thing, though. Congratulations.
That's the most wins in the history of the school, but you can even up one now. Now we can up at one.
Let's smash the record. This is their daily bread. There's no trespass.
Who are the defensive guys out there that last time out when I came out there? Thanks for saving me the flag, man. Thanks.
They had to control
Hey,
you.
hard work, hard work. 1, 2, 3, hard work over to the fans. Let's go, baby. They're like a different team than we're used to playing. Usually teams that have good wrestling programs have good football programs, and they're a prime example of that. They're definitely big, they're definitely strong, and they're definitely physical. They're the biggest, most physical team we've played this year. They'll be the best team we play this year. We just got to hope that on Friday at 11 o'clock, we're prepared to play the best game of the season, better than any game we've played so far. But we're capable of playing a good game, and maybe we haven't played our best game yet.
Red 33. Hey! Hey! Hey!
He jumped off against Waterson. First 2 plays of the second half.
Get this now. Here, we'll remind you at halftime. All right? We'd like to go to second play with a no huddle and over play. First place, ISO right, keep. The next place, 9 pitch out of blue.
I'll give you a piece of paper with both plays on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what we'll do.
ISO right keep on one. Ready?
That's what we'll do. Okay, you're okay. You don't have to hurry. Okay, here we go. Get on set.
Ball's right here. Find the ball. 3 yards from the line. 3 yards from the line. Huddle up. Huddle up. Huddle up.
Okay, but everybody's set.
Good. Okay, good. We'll do it again tomorrow.
We've done that over the years too, where we'll come out and try to run like back-to-back plays where we kind of like no huddle or quick huddle, we call it, so that the defense isn't prepared. And just thought going in, it might be a good idea to have something prepared for the beginning of the second half, because most of the times teams prepare something special in the beginning of the game. And so we thought maybe it would give us an edge.
We're going to go in option responsibility, and I'm going to know if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing when we get up there. There's not going to be any ball involved. Okay? So we're going to know if where you're supposed to be by what they're doing to us. Remember, they're dictating what we do. Okay?
But there's no ball. So what we're trying to do is making sure that all ends have the responsibility. It's responsibility football.
Listen, here's why we're doing it. Let me tell you why. In 2001, we never were responsible. First the quarterback cut for 20, then he pitched it for 20, then he gave it to the fullback for 20, and we gave up 30 points in 1 quarter because we weren't responsible for our position. Be responsible for your position, okay? This is important. If we can stop this, they got nothing to go to. If we can stop the midline, they got nothing to go to that can hurt us. You understand? Now, if they stop you, then you're stopped. Quarterback, take it to the end zone every play. The guy he's pitching it to, take it to the end zone every play. Let's go. Who's got the pitch?
That's it. And don't stay square on him though. Stay square on him.
Coach Haycock from Young Sound State stopped by to see us. We was checking out some of the players, and he was giving us a little bit of history of when he coached at Army, and the Army faces that a lot. And he said, practice without a ball. He goes, make them play responsible and practice without a ball. So we did that, and it worked out pretty good. You know, it was different. We've never done that, and probably nobody really does do that, but we'll always do it from now on, though.
linebacker on the 1984 state championship team, Coach Ted Gorman. Come on up here, Coach. He still has the game jersey on he wore in '84. Joe Biasi. Come on, Coach. I'd like to thank the cheerleaders, the student body, the best band in Buckeye Land, our friends that are here, our fans that are here. But nobody has more scabbed up, scraped up knees than our mayor from jumping on this bandwagon. Fellas, all I can say is they're underestimating us. There's two types of teams, humbled like we are and those about to be humbled. Good luck.
It'll be Steubenville Big Red and Columbus DeSales kicking off shortly after 11 this morning for the Ohio Division III State Football Championship. In Massillon, with the weather playing a factor, the game time temperature will be 23 degrees with snow flurries and wind ranging from 20 to 30 miles an hour, creating wind chill factors of 9 degrees above zero. I'm Severe Weather Team 9 meteorologist Jeff Exline.
Our kids were very, very, very focused, and they knew that we were 48 minutes away from something great.
Short. Left. Stevie Cano. Where's Stevie? He go outside? Sure. All right, come on, let's go now.
We will not allow the weather. We will not allow the weather to be an excuse. If we win, we win. If we get beat, we get beat. The weather will not be an excuse. Get a hand. Our Father, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us daily daily bread, forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. Fellas, hey, you gave a hell of a commitment. You're loyal to Big Red football. Be loyal to yourself today. Be loyal to yourself today.
That's it! Let's go! Let's go! Get your respect! Get it! Step 4 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. We ain't changed nothing. We're doing what we prepared for all week. It's the weather means stuff. Let's go.
This is not the weather we wanted, but the wind is what I'm worried about more than the ground. When I woke up that morning of the championship game, I was a little bit sick in my stomach when I saw the weather conditions. It looked like a blizzard. But during warm-ups, Zach Clark said, "Coach, don't change anything." He said, "We can do what we've been doing," but the weather did make it tough.
Our game plan offensively, you know, we were gonna throw it on first down, we're gonna throw it on third and short, and we're gonna run on passing downs. And you know, you heard me at practice, Bobby, you're throwing too much, but I'll stay out of the way, and that was my goal, stay out of the way.
Steubenville has won the toss. They've elected to defer.
The Stallions will receive to start today's ball game.
Guys, hey, let's have fun. Behave yourself. Let's have a great ball game, gentlemen. Good luck to both of you.
You guys gave everything to Big Red, man. Everything. We appreciate it. But we're greedy. You got more to give. Give it up. Give it up. They portrayed themselves as Goliath with their schedule. With all these Division I teams they have, with all these Division I players they have. Every time you hit them tonight, tell them David sent that. Just tell them David sent it. David sent it. David sent it the whole game. When you get a sack, David said hi. When you get a hell of a hit, David sent that rocket. At the end of the game, don't know who David was. Don't know who it was. Last thing. I don't know why you guys watched that Gladiator on the way up here, but I got one thing out of that show while I was sitting there. What did he tell the Gladiator? You can't win unless you get the crowd on your side. If you get the crowd on your side, you'll win. You'll win. That's what we're going to do as soon as we get out there. As soon as we get out there, if there's a hoop to break, we're going to break it. And then we're all going right up to our fans. We're going right up to them bars. We're going to high five. We're going to do whatever we have to do. We're going to get them on our side. Everything we do is going to be emotional. It's going to be emotional. We're going to give it our effort. It ain't guaranteeing a win. We might be the saddest son of a bitches in this building after the game. But I'll tell you one thing. It'll get us to the fourth quarter and we'll have an opportunity to win. If we get into that fourth quarter, fellas, we're going to win the game. Get into the fourth quarter with them. They feel they're going to blow it out early. The longer you stay with them, the longer David's going to be around. The longer he lets them, it ain't going to be a one-shot thing. That's out of the Bible. David hit him with one shot. It ain't going to be one shot. It's got to be 48 minutes of bricking them, not stoning them, bricking them, rocking them. And tell them David sent it. Let's go. Let's go!
Facing a 3rd and 17 at midfield on their opening possession. Matt Mangini back to pass. He is sacked by Big Red's Demetrius Benjamin, forcing the Stallions to punt.
My goal going into the game was to stay out of the way. I don't want to get in the way of our offensive coordinator. I don't want to get in the way of our defensive coordinator. I don't want to do anything to tie their hands. I said something to Anthony and we argued a little bit, but I said, okay, I'll shut up, and I just stayed out of it. I did my job, told him down in distance and position on the field, and Anthony did a job of just, dying slowly, bend and don't break.
And it's Angelo Magnone who comes up with the recovery for Big Red. And after 1 quarter of play, Steubenville Big Red and Columbus DeSales scoreless in this Ohio Division III state championship game. DeSales will try the field goal. Should be about a 44-yard attempt. Here's the snap. It's blocked. The kick is blocked. Big Red with pressure from the edge. I think it's Matt Bellardine that got it.
We take it as serious as we take offense and defense. I mean, we practice it the same way we practice it every week. Coach Cam, he does a great job with it. We executed it, got it done.
Zach up under center. He's going to keep it around the right side. He's got running room. First down and more. Down to the DeSales 40. It's 3rd and inches at the DeSales 10. Zach stopped. No, second effort. He's got the first down. No fumble on the play. DeSales has the football. They'll take over, ending the Big Red scoring threat. And we are still scoreless with 3 minutes to go in the first half. This will be the final play of the half, 3rd down.
And I was a little nervous too because it was getting like in our territory. and I didn't want him to just throw up like a long pass and catch it. So I just figured as much time as I had, just get to him as fast as I can.
Mangini looking to throw, but he gets drilled. Draylon Pree with the sack of Mangini, ending the first half.
So at halftime, our kids have a little bit of, we can get this team, we can get this team. And I felt that maybe DeSales was going into the locker room and say, geez, I thought we'd be up by 14 by now.
Keep playing the way you're playing, but you got to do it just a little bit better. Okay? We better a little bit. It's the state championship. We better a little bit. Big deal. Okay? Big deal. Don't lose your composure. Okay? We're fine. We're fine. We're right where we want to be. But now it's time. Okay? Now it's time. Now you believe? Huh? Now you believe? I know they believe, but we're for real. We've been since day one. Since day one, we've been for real. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. All right?
Hey, this ain't easy, fellas. You got 24 more minutes. It's nothing. We got 24 more minutes.
One play at a time.
Some of us came in not believing. Believe now, fellas. We've moved it as well as they have. We fumbled and they fumbled. Who's going to pout about it? Who's going to get on their teammate about it? Or who's going to bind tight about it? The team that gets tighter is the team that's going to win the second half.
It's man-to-man. It's going to be man-to-man here. Okay, soup. If there's a 2 and a backside 1, help here to the backer. Okay, that's what it'll be. Or you'll have a 1 front side and a backside, and this guy will be different. Just fire out like ISO and let them tackle the tailback.
This first drive, let's drive it down and score and put the pressure on them. Let's drive and put the pressure on them. We're not breaking the huddle. We're huddling 3 yards behind until Zach yells break. As soon as he yells break, sprint up there, get ready. We're going on the quick.
Left automatic.
Yeah, I'm not going to change. This is the 2 plays. I don't care where we are on the field.
Because we're running ISO right keep, so we're good right now. Okay. After the ISO right keep, we're all going to huddle, right? And you got that thing, just have everything up and read it real quick to them. Read it real quick to them because they're going to get the ball set and everything. We'll be set before the officials are, believe me. Okay? All right, sit down, relax. Kickoff returner starting up. If you're inside the hashes when you get the ball, make a cut and go. Not 2 or 3 cuts. Make a cut, start out 3 quarters, make a cut and go. You understand? If you're outside the hashes, where it's a little bit icy, get the ball and get straight upfield. Okay? Get us some yards. It's nothing. Hey, it's nothing, and we didn't play good. It's nothing, and we didn't play good. We got 24 more minutes to be perfect, to play a perfect game. And it's going to be tough to play a perfect game in this. So if you don't play a perfect game, after the mistake, you got to play a perfect game from then on. Thank you. No matter what the mistakes are, no matter how many they are, somebody out there is going to say we got to be perfect from here on out. We got to be perfect. Every play is not the last play. Every play, you make a winning play. You cause a fumble, you pick the fumble up and run. Every play is a winning play. We can win the game on that next play. We can win the game on that next play. The next play might be the winning play. Every play's got to be played like that. Keep David throwing them rocks down. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Finish it. Let's go, Red. Let's go, Red.
And we kick off the second half. Big Red will go no huddle to start out with a pair of scripted plays.
We knew the 2 plays we were going to run. We practiced that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we went over it Friday in the locker room. We went over it Friday at halftime. We just gave them a piece of paper to bring out on the field. And they knew the first play, and we knew at the end of the first play it would be on the right hash. We knew we were going to do the second play. We huddled up close line, got out quick, and we got a first down.
I hated it. No huddle, no calls, nothing, no audible. We just had to remember what the play was. They were both on a quick, so we didn't have to worry about cadence. One was a 5-zone lead and one was 9 stretch. We just knew we had to get the momentum going.
Right after a good kickoff return by Bellardine, which set up nice, we ran those 2 plays, which got us a quick first down in those 2, and we were in 4-down territory from there. and led to our first touchdown of the game, which I thought was big.
1st and 10 at the 24, fake to McGee. Caleres keeps it around the corner. Touchdown, Big Red.
Coach or Doc told me before the game, or before the week even started, that we were looking to throw the ball like 15, 20 times, and I was going to run it like 15, 20 times. So I thought we were going to pass, and then I think they came out and covered 2 man under. So they were just leaving 5 guys in the box, and we just ran it, and it worked.
3rd and 7, Mangini will keep it. Jeremy Presley hits him low. Demetrius Benjamin gets him high. A gain of a yard, they'll have to punt. But Presley down on the field. He's pounding his fist on the turf. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. It appears to be his left leg.
I went to go tackle him. When I hit him, I planted my left foot. Instead of rolling out with the tackle, I pushed against it. My leg snapped in. When I rolled out of the pile, I looked at it. My left leg was pointing out. And then I watched it go back in a little bit, and then that's when I knew I was hurt. Coach Sack came out on the field. I just told him I was sorry. I wish I could stay for the rest of the game. He told me we can take it, but he wouldn't let me. When he was coming out the field, he gave me a kiss on the cheek.
DeSales to punt. Gus DiMarzio talking to return man Matt Bellardine. Now he'll be back deep all alone. Big Red shows punt block, and they get it. Harold Longmire with the block. Sam Busick tries to pick up the hot potato. Longmire's got it, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Big Red.
Oh, the block punt was huge. It was a total game changer. I think Daryl blocked it. Unfortunately, he picked it back up off a bounce off the ground. A couple bounces, bounced off a couple players, and Daryl picked it up and ran it in. It was great.
I was going to go just a return. And Reno said, whatever you want to do, and then we just decided to let them loose. And like I said, it's an individual effort by someone different every time. We had the scheme on. Longmire broke free. You know, he sold out, blocked the punt, picked it up, took it in. You know, a couple other guys had a chance to take it in also, but he did a great job, and he was the person that day. You know, the other guys drew the blockers off of him, and we got it.
In the phones I hear, go for 2. So I actually thought we were going for 2. We were going to go for 2. Misunderstanding what was said on the phones. I really didn't want to go for 2. So, you know, we got the kicking team in there again, and Bobby and I were talking about looking for the fake, and we saw certain things that we felt the fake was there, so, you know, we took a chance.
Second and goal at the Big Red 5. Mangini keeps it. Touchdown to Sales. A lot of concerned faces on the Big Red sideline. Presley may have suffered a broken leg. He's definitely out for the remainder of the game. Ralph Petrella's missed a few plays. He should be back in, but he's in a lot of pain on the sideline with an injured ankle. Presley tried to tough it out on the sideline, but it's just too cold out here. He'll be transported to a nearby hospital.
Sidelines, it was cold. I tried to stay. Pain got real bad. I had to go to the hospital. When I was leaving, when I had my finger up, I was just letting everybody know everything's going to be all right. We are #1. I knew my teammates were going to have my back and stay with me for the rest of the game. I knew they can do it.
3rd and goal to 6. Play fake. Anthony Gossett is wide open. The sophomore with the sliding catch for the touchdown. Here's another look at it. Caleres with a fake, and there's a tight end wide open. It's now 21-7 Big Red, just under 8 minutes to play. Mangini to the air. Draylon pre-tips it. Matt Bellardine picks it. Interception for Big Red. Big Red looking to close this thing out. 3rd and 5 at the DeSales 29. Caleres keeps it around the corner. He cuts back inside. Zach will sprint to the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. And look at Reno. He's shaking everything. His legs, his fists. He's hugging guys, and he's going to be holding a big trophy in just a bit. And that'll do it. 28-7 the final. Steubenville Big Red wins the Ohio Division III state championship.
After the ball game.
Thank you. You guys got a great team. Thanks a lot.
When tournament play began, there were 120 teams in Division III.
After the game, a lot of things raced through my mind. When I saw my mother, I saw her first, I gave her a hug. The things that went through my mind is I've been, on the sidelines for my dad's 20-some odd years coaching, been through the good times and the bad. It seemed like every year kind of ended on a bad note because of the loss, and then it was just, it was a great feeling knowing that we were on top at the end, and I could be a small part to help him get another championship.
You played 15 football games. You've won 15 football games. You have earned the right to be called state champion. Present to you Division III state championship.
I'd like to thank our coaches who prepared these kids. I'd like to thank our kids that sold every ounce energy they had for this win. I'd like to thank the parents for backing us up. I'd like to thank our administration for showing that they want to win. Our teachers, our band, everybody, students, cheerleaders, everybody.
It's awesome. It's the best in the world. It's unbelievable. So much hard work went into this, and it's just awesome.
It's crazy. It's the best feeling ever. It's great. We got to come back and do it again next year.
And it's beautiful, man. Just to be a state champ as a junior, then I got to come back and defend it next year. I mean, we just keep on going strong. All the hard work just paid off for us.
Did a great job. Everybody stuck together like a team, and we executed well, and we just got the job done.
It's a great feeling. I've always dreamed ever since I was little. I mean, I've been a ball boy since I was 7 years old, watching some great teams come through Big Red. It's just a hard honor. It was a great feeling.
We knew we could move the ball and score on them because we were moving the ball the whole first half. It was just them turnovers were killing us.
Special teams, big part of this win.
Yeah, well, every week we just say we need to do all three parts of the game: offense, defense, special teams. That's what we did today. Our special teams came out big.
You blocked the punt and took it back for the touchdown.
Yeah, well, when I blocked it, I turned around and my friend Sam Busick had it, and then he dropped it, so I just snatched it from him and tried to score. I just blanked out, loved it. It changed the game.
Well, it did change the game in a way, and everybody was behind us on it.
Yep. Our kids played tough. We played tough all 4 quarters. All 4 quarters. So just the second half, we scored. The first half, we played tough. We played hard. We had a couple turnovers, but we stuck with it, and David won again.
It feels wonderful, man. What a group of kids. These kids are the hardest, toughest kids I've ever coached. Take a kid like Jeremy Presley, man. He's playing with a messed up knee all year. Rob Petrella, we got best kids in the world. I wouldn't trade them for anybody.
It makes me real happy for the players, because the players here at Steubenville Big Red really pay the price. And it's just not during the season, it's all year round. They pay the price. Coach Reno old schools them, and kids nowadays need old schooled. I feel in my heart that we have the best coaches, period. And they know, I mean, I never say it, but they know that. I mean, coaches that have to say that, they don't mean it. I don't say it. Our coaches know I love them, and they know I love them. There's not one word in this world greater than teammate. When you have a great teammate, you have everything in the world, man. Even whether if it's your wife is your teammate, your kids are your teammate, if you have a great teammate, you got it all. And you got great teammates. Every year is a great feeling here. We just got a couple bounces that the other teams didn't get, but I wouldn't trade our 4-6 team for our 15-0 team or our 8-2 team or our other state championship team. I love them all because they're committed to Big Red football. And I'm leaving.
Our Father. Let's stop here real quick. And I won't bore you guys. I know you want to get home. Okay?
Reno.
But the greatest thing in the world is to be a teammate. When we talk about that all year, didn't we? Yes. Huh? If you have a teammate, if you have a great teammate, you can do anything. I don't care if your teammate's your wife, your mother, your friend. If you got a teammate, we had teammates out there, man. When Presley went down, the game was over. The game was over because of the respect you had, and you knew how hard he worked and how hard you worked and how bad everybody wanted it. Nothing better the rest of your life than a great teammate. Okay? I need those guys with me now, okay? The rest of you take your time getting dressed. All right? Then we're going to go home and the party started.
The 2005 football season was enjoyable. I mean, I'd be lying if I said anything else. But the Big Red football is more than 2005 and 1984. Big Red football is about every kid that ever played for Big Red, feeling a part of every game that we play. That's Big Red football. Big Red football is a commitment that every kid makes to play football for Big Red. Big Red football is being a great teammate. Big Red football is being dependable. Big Red football is just being somebody that loves to compete, wants to compete, wants just to be a competitor, wants to be dependable, wants to compete and be dependable, be a good teammate, and just wanting to be part of something special. And we feel Big Red is something special. Big Red football is all those guys that ever played the game feeling like we're winning that for them. And us feeling that we want to win that for them. We want to include them in our victory. That's what Big Red football is, not just 2005. Big Red football is about 2006 now. You know, the seniors going their way, going out into the world. They have to compete for jobs. They have to compete in college. And college isn't for everybody. Some will just go get a job, raise a family, and be at the game on Friday night, be a season ticket holder. But 2006, you know, it's our freshmen, sophomores, and juniors being proud to defend the crimson and the black, being proud to represent 420 North 4th Street. So it's something we got to build all over again. We got to build a new team chemistry. We got to build a new team unity. We got to build a new team work ethic. We got to build more pride, and it just goes on and on and on. And our goals again, what are we going to do with an offensive line? We got to get an offensive line ready. We got to get some depth in our backfield ready. We got to get our defense ready. We just the same things. Oh, time doesn't stop. It's 2006 right now. 2005 is over with. The people that are done, the seniors and the fans can enjoy it all they want. The coaches and players have to get busy with 2006, or 2006 will be here and gone and miserable before we know it. So we want 2006 to be as special as the first 105 teams.
Bogart, junior, running back, wide receiver, DB.
Zach Laris, quarterback, cornerback, junior.
Steve Davis, sophomore, safety, wide receiver.
Darnell Longmire, defensive back, running back, senior.
Andrew Smith, safety, senior. Matt Bellarine, senior, wide receiver, defensive back.
John Spahn, sophomore, fullback and linebacker.
Chris Rose, junior, quarterback, linebacker. Dan Vogel, junior, wide receiver, defensive back.
Sam Busick, senior, tight end, strong safety.
Mike DiCarlo-Antonio, tight end linebacker, junior.
Samoan McGee, junior, running back, linebacker.
Jeremy Banks, tight end linebacker, sophomore.
Hi, my name is Saleem James, played wide receiver and cornerback. I'm a sophomore.
Brandon Canestraro, senior, wide receiver, safety.
Jeremy Presley, senior, linebacker, running back.
Deontay Carba, tailback, junior. Anthony Jackson, sophomore, tailback, safety.
Darrell Longmire, senior, defensive end, tailback.
Lance Parrish, fullback, linebacker, senior.
Hi, my name is James Montgomery. I'm a sophomore. I play tailback, fullback, and lid.
Mike Fahey, tight end, linebacker, junior.
Von Wallace, sophomore, right out cornerback.
Nick Fugagis, tight end, linebacker, junior.
Demetrius Benjamin, middle linebacker, fullback, senior.
Zan Moxley, running back, linebacker, junior.
Mark Markakis, sophomore, fullback, linebacker.
Anthony Akini, receiver, cornerback, junior.
Franklin Lord John III, defensive back and wide receiver, junior.
Roland Owens, fullback, nose guard, sophomore.
Sam Pavlik, junior, center, middle linebacker.
Eric Gilmore, senior, offensive tackle, defensive tackle.
Sean Campbell, junior, center.
Phil Gilmore, sophomore, center, defensive end.
Angelo Magno, offensive line, defensive line, senior.
Richard Dunn, sophomore, offensive guard, defensive tackle.
Rick Brancazio, junior, defensive end, guard. Keith Gregory, sophomore, defensive end, offensive guard. Donovan Fletcher, junior, offensive guard, defensive end.
Mike Ross, sophomore, guard, defensive tackle.
Ty Gary, guard, defensive tackle, sophomore.
Justin Gardner, junior, offensive defensive tackle.
Nubian Scott, senior, nose guard.
Tyree Dunn, defensive offensive tackle, junior.
Ralph Petrella, guard, nose guard, senior.
Chad Murphy, guard, defensive end, junior.
Brandon Fry, sophomore, right guard, defensive tackle.
Michael Weber, offensive and defensive tackle, sophomore.
Derek Brown, junior, defensive end.
Andrew Darkovich, sophomore, offensive tackle.
Michael Snyder, senior, offensive guard, defensive end.
TJ Brown, junior, tailback, safety.
Terry Mason, senior, defensive end.
Carlos Sanders, safety receiver, junior.
Stephen Rose.
Braylon Pre, defensive end, tight end, junior.
Anthony Gossett, sophomore, tight end, linebacker.
Mike Aperfine, senior, tight end, defensive.